Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. I would like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, the Most High, and His Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. I would like to give a shout out to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that pushing their truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth, and also the other brothers, the other Akim and Akwat, and the other brother that's teaching the same, that's pushing the same truth. And to the 1/3 hopeful elect, I will say Shalom. But the Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh, had me to do this little quick lesson, and it kind of inspired me to do it through what happened on my encounter this weekend. I ended up taking a little trip, and I ran across some of my people that had been watching our videos, and what they can't seem to get is, you know, when they see the real true men of the Lord pushing His truth, and they want to continue to call us Muslims. So, you know, it kind of disturbs me, you know, but going through the scriptures, and hopefully that somebody or some lost sheep or a lost lamb will get edified. We are not Muslims. So I'm not sure as of yet what I'm going to title the video, but probably later on, I hope the Most High, you know, which I know He will, He'll give me a title for it. So we're gonna go into it. Okay, saying to say this. This truth is not for the 2/3. It's just for the 1/3 hopefully elect. So we are not Muslims. So okay, so I'm gonna go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. So in this scripture, did you hear it say, speak into the ears of the Muslims? It didn't say that. We are not Muslims. We are the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. We consist of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It didn't say speaking to the ears of the Muslims. We are not Muslims, okay? So to clarify that up, so I'm going to go to another account, Asalakia, and we're going to have 2 or 3 witnesses, because, you know, our people have to know that we're not Muslims. You see the brother teaching the truth. We're not Muslims. So I'm going to go to another account, to another book, and you say another witness. You know, before I get into this class, into this lesson, this short lesson. Okay, so we're going to go to the book of Numbers. To the book of Numbers. It's going to be chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them to make them fringes in the borders of their garments through their generations, and that they should put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. Okay, now I'm going to read it again for edification. It's going to be Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generation, and they may put upon the fringe of border a ribbon of blue. Speak into the ear of the children of Israel. Did you hear Muslims? Did you hear Muslim? We are the Hebrew Israelites We are not Muslims. But as we get into this lesson, we're going to find out why the 2/3 of our people are in the state that they are in. Okay? So now I'm going to go to the New Testament. 3 witnesses. So some of the same people that say that I'm a Muslim, is edification right here. So I'm going to the book of Psalms. Okay, the book of Psalms is going to be chapter 33 and verse 12. Book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 12. Blessed is the nation whose God, okay, so like him start over. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, Yahweh, and the people whom he had chosen for his own inheritance. Who are the people that the Most High, Yahweh, chose for his inheritance? It didn't say every nation. It's talking about the children of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel consist of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's it. So once you go through this book, our Bible, the Hebrew Israelites, 12 tribes, okay? If you read from Genesis to Revelations, it only talks about the children of Israel over and over again, the children of Israel. Okay? So now, since we had it cleared up, for the people that watch these videos that really know me, now you shouldn't be calling me a Muslim or any other brothers that you see on the hedges and the gaps and preaching the same truth. We're not Muslims. We just doing what the Bible say. We reading out of the Bible, you know. So, okay. So now, there's a consequence for opening y'all big fat mouth up. You know. I mean, you say things and you have no idea what you're saying, but without even gathering any type of information, you just go on impulse, in your wicked flesh. So there's a consequence for opening your big fat mouth, saying things and you have no understanding of what you're saying or why you're saying it. So we're going to go to 2 Peter's. Okay. Salaki, be patient with me. Don't have real good lighting. I need glasses. Be patient with me, Israel. Be patient with me. But our people had a tendency of opening their big fat mouth and not having an understanding on what's going on. Okay? So we're gonna go to 2 Peter's. It's gonna be chapter 2 and verse 12. And mainly this is for the person. Hey, this one precept here. Well, for many people of our people that watch, that watching this video. But 2 Peter's chapter 2, verse 12. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Okay, you hear that, Israel? You speaking evil of things that you have no understanding of. Calling us Muslims. When I mean us, the true men of the Lord that pushing the truth. So I'll read it again for you for edification. And listen to it real close. when you open before you open your big fat mouths up. Excuse me, Lucky. In 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 12. But these are natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruptions. So by opening your big fat lips up, speaking evil about things that you have no understanding of, instead of doing your research and find out what the men of the Lord are really saying, instead of just going off impulse on, on y'all own vain thoughts in y'all minds, hey, look, the Most High destroy you, for speaking evil things that you have no understanding of. All right? And so, I mean, it's a reason that our people are that way or like that, it's a reason. Okay? And we about to find out why our people are the way they are, because they've been taught that. And these temples made with hands, Acts 7:48 tells you. Okay? Be patient with Israel. It's a lot of you. Okay. So we're going to Matthew chapter 15 and verse 14. Okay, so verse 14 is the main point. But I'm going to read up and start at verse 12. Then came his disciples and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying? But he answered and said, Yahushua, who the word even calls Jesus Christ. But he answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Father had not planted shall be rooted up. Okay? Okay, now verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind, and if they blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. And so our people, they run into the Christianity buildings, and once they hear the truth, they never heard it before, because they're not being taught that in these Christianity temples that are made with hands. And so, like it say in verse 14, no, in verse 13, but he answered and he said, Every plant which my heavenly Father had not planted shall be rooted up. So pretty much what the scripture is saying, when you run in those Christianity temples made with hands, you're being taught this false doctrine. You're not really you're not drinking of their living water. So you get these false philosophies and these false doctrine from these wool and sheep clothing, teaching you lies. So the Most High said, so there's no root. So the Most High say, if his Father didn't plant you, hey, look, you're going to be rooted up. You're going to be rooted up because you're not standing on the rock, the solid foundation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And y'all being led astray by these false prophets, saying these false pastors. Like I said again in verse 14, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. So you being led by the blind. They have no understanding of the scriptures. Okay? And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. So if the blind lead the blind, hey, look, the false prophets and the pastors and the false teachers, they don't know what they're talking about, so how they going to teach you something? So the Most High said, let them alone. And roughly paraphrasing, if the blind lead the blind, they both going to fall into a ditch. They're both going to fall into a ditch. So in these Sunday worship or Sunday service temples, hey, the Most High ain't in there. Oh, so now I'm thinking, if you go to it's this cartoon that's on Netflix. So I had a brother to send me a clip, and it lines up with Acts 7:48. The Most High dwelleth not in temple made with hands, said the prophets. If you go to Netflix, or you can just Google it or pull it up on your phone, it's called Castlevania Demon Blue Fangs inside of the church. Google that, or go on YouTube and type it in. It's a short clip. And this demon, he comes into this temple. And this priest trying to cast him out. And guess what this demon tell him? God is not in here. But just pull that, just go on Google or on YouTube or Netflix, or just pull it up. Castlevania Demon Blue Fangs inside the church. It's gonna line up with Acts 7:48. You know. So now we're gonna prove even further why our people, our people consist of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the reason that they are in the state that they're in. You know, first it comes from going to those Sunday service temples made with hand when the Most High don't dwell at. You know, being led by the blind. Okay, so we're gonna go to Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. And keep in mind, hey, this brother, you know, I'm not going to call his name, but he want to say I'm a Muslim, or the brother that's teaching the same truth of Muslim. So, but there's a reason. When you go, when our people consist of the blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, go in these Sunday service temples, the Most High ain't dealing with them. So therefore, y'all getting false information. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou have rejected knowledge. How have our people rejected knowledge? You know, when the true man of the Lord is speaking into their ears, you know, telling them that they are chosen people of the Most High. You have to keep the law, statutes, commandments. The law is not done away with. You know, so you rejected knowledge. You had to turn back to the Most High and start keeping laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, so since you rejected it, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten thy law of thy God, of your house. So you forgetting the law. When it comes to teaching in these Christianity land temple made with hand, the law done away with. The Most High said, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. And I will also forget thy children. You see? The Most High have rejected y'all. I mean, he have rejected y'all, the 2/3. So when y'all hear the truth, and it don't make no sense to you, the Most High rejected you, because you rejected knowledge. When his man, the true man of the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is pushing the truth, telling y'all what the Most High say, but y'all don't want to hear it. But since y'all don't want to hear it, the Most High, hey, y'all been rejected. You know? Y'all been rejected. Y'all been rejected. The 2/3. But like I say, the truth is not for the 2/3. It's just for the 1/3 hopefully left. And our people consist of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They want to call themselves Moors. You know, they want to call themselves all this madness. You know, they want to be whatever the Most High say, what he tell them, you know, they ought to say holy people, a special people above all people on the face of the earth, in Deuteronomy 7:6. But they want to be, well, look, pretty much a Christianity land, and Islam, and, you know, and pretty much just whatever the Most High tell them to do, they ain't gonna do the opposite. So, and this is for the 1/3 hopeful elect, that we can find out who our real God is. So we're gonna go to Baruch. This is in the Apocrypha. If you get the Apocrypha, if you get the 1611 King James Bible, the Apocrypha is in it. So we're going to Baruch. It's going to be chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Okay, so in the land of our captivities, so we still in captivity. So the 1/3 hopeful elect, we remember the Most High put in our heart, which is our brain, our mind, we remember ourselves that we are the children of Israel. So in the land of our captivity, the Most High Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai say that we will remember ourselves in the land of our captivity. In verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, and I will give them a heart and ears to hear. You see that? The 1/3 hopeful elect, we understand that we are the children of Israel now. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We're not Muslim. We're not African Americans. We're not Moors. You don't hear the Bible saying the children of the Moors, the Most High God, the children. He don't mention Moors. We are the Hebrew Israelites. So in the land of our captivity, we remember who we were. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. Verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity. You see that? We know that we're in the land of our captivity. So a lot of our people thinking that they're free. You're not free. You're not free if you're still paying taxes, you know, and you got to work every day. How are you free? You're still in bondage. I'm going to start over in verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity. And whatever we do, we praise the Most High and think upon my name. We think upon his name. What is his name? His name is Yahweh. Yah, meaning he. And Howell, he is, he exists. Like I said in Hebrews 11:6, for he that come to me, roughly paraphrased, must believe that I exist, or I am. Okay? Yahweh, Yah is he. Howell, I am, or I exist. Okay? I'm going to start over, verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name, which is Yahweh, from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the ways of their fathers, which is with the ways of our fathers. They broke the law, statutes, and commandments. So we're going to remember how the Most High put his foot in our ass. So we remember what our fathers done. So we're going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments the best of our ability in the land of our captivity. So we remember what our fathers done by breaking the law, statutes, and commandments, which sin before the Lord, Yahweh. So the 1/3 hopeful elect, we remember. The Most High brought us back to our right mind. You know, that we're the children of Israel. And like I say, you know, the truth is not for, looking out for everybody. It's only for the 1/3 hopeful elect. Only for the 1/3 hopeful elect. And that's it. Okay? So now we're going to go to we're going to go to the prophet Zechariah. This truth is not for the 2/3. So when you hear the truth and it don't make sense to you, not for you. You know, there ain't no hard feeling. You know, we just gotta keep pushing the truth. Like the Most High, I would say, whether you hear or whether you forbear. Okay? So we understand, we know what's going on in the 1/3 of elect. So this is the 2/3. So before I read this verse, it's not for you. You're 2/3 for a reason. So I don't have the power to say who's a 2/3 and who's not a 2/3. I just read the scriptures. But if you can't get his understanding, but the Most High, he can snap anybody out of it and put his spirit upon them in the last days, you know, and deal with them. But at the end of the day, you have to be honest with yourself and be realistic. Some things it just meant to be for what it is. So it's not for the 2/3. So chapter 13 of Zechariah, the prophet Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass, Salakia, that in all the land, said the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but a third shall be left therein. 2/3, what that meaning is, all hell's about to break loose. Okay? You got the race wars, they about to get brewed up. You got this RFID chip, they about to get pushed. The vaccine about to get pushed. You know, like if I didn't say race wars or race wars, they about to start. Hey, concentration camps with mass death and destruction. You have famine coming. Okay, you got famine of the word, which is the worst. And you know, hey, you have the third war. Hey, look, world's war, the third war. So a lot of our people, the 2/3, you will get put to death. You will die. You will suffer a horrible death. So you need to understand what a 2/3 is. Y'all been lied to in these buildings, saying the Most High God love everybody. If you understand the scriptures, that's the reason you should be digging and asking questions and realizing and trying to ask who are the children of Israel and who are these other nations. Because y'all been lied to in these Christianity buildings. 2/3 are people, which is a big, hey, look, it's a lot of people. At 2.3 billion. Okay? 1/3 small is a small number. Only 1/3 gonna make it. And keeping the law, statutes, and commandments the best of our ability, and having faith with works, and then still hoping that the Most High deliver us out of this hellhole. Okay? So I'm gonna read it again. Zechariah chapter 13, Salakia chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off. The 2 parts is the wicked 2/3 that didn't abandon the Most High. They didn't want nothing to do with his law, statutes, commandments. Their minds made up. Nope, we don't want nothing to do with you, Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, your law, statutes, commandments, because we enjoying ourselves too much and we don't care nothing about that. The laws are done away with. We can just believe on Jesus Christ and we all good, baby. That's what y'all thinking. But hey, look, y'all been lied to. Y'all gonna be put to death. So don't even worry about being delivered. Don't worry about it, because it's not for you. And it say, but a third shall be left therein, that 1/3 whole elect. That's it. It's the 1/3 whole elect. Okay? So y'all been lied to. Y'all been lied to, by these false doctrines of devils, Christianity, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witness, all these man-made religions, Baptist church, Catholic church. Y'all been lied to. Y'all been lied to. So to show you and prove to you through the scriptures, how can everybody be saved if they believe on Jesus Christ, which is not his name? Jesus Christ. Y'all, when you pray to a deity like that, a pagan god. It pushes a wicked vibration. And y'all really praying to Caesar Borgia. He was an illegitimate son of Alexander, the sixth pope, and that's the image that he had painted. And if you see his picture posted if you type in Jesus Christ, guess what you're going to see? His face going to pop up. It's a wicked vibration that y'all worshiping a so-called white man, which is not white. He's Edomite. Esau Edom. But anyway, I don't want to go off course, but just to show you that these lies y'all been taught, saying everybody can be saved. I want you to listen to this verse. If everybody can be saved, then explain to me the verse that I'm about to read. Explain to me, and listen to it real close and real careful. Explain to me why is it about to say what it's going to say if everybody can be saved. Okay? Listen to it real close. And it's going to be, I'm going to Matthew's. And it's chapter 7. Verse 13. Okay. Enter ye and at the straight gate. The straight gate. What is straight? That means narrow passage. It's a narrow passage where everybody can be saved. Keep that in mind now. For wide is the gate and broad is the way. What is a wide gate? What is a broad gate? That means a lot of people, just imagine some cattle. If you get a big old, let's say a big ranch, you got just thousands and thousands of heads of cattle. You open that gate up, and just say it's a wide gate, and you can get a lot of cattle in there at once. That's a wide gate that lead into destruction. Why is it so wide? Because every nation can adopt Christianity. Everybody can be a Christian. I'm going to start over. Enter ye in this straight gate. For wide and the broad way leadeth to destruction. That broad gate that leads to destruction is all these false religions. Every nation on the whole world have adopted Christianity. There's that broad gate that leads straight to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat. Y'all heading straight for destruction. That broad and wide gate, Christianity. The whole world have adopted it. Okay? And verse 14. Now this is the gate that you 2/3 there go to. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. And few there be that find it. Let me read that again. Verse 14. Because straight is the gate. Why is it straight? Because it's narrow. Because only a few people is going to travel this path, which is the 1/3 hopefully elect. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. What is life? Baruch 4:1 in the Apocrypha. For this is the book, roughly paraphrased, of the command of the law. The law is forever. He that keep it shall live, but he that leave it shall die. So the law, statutes, commandment is life, and few there be that find it. Only few gonna find it that 1/3 hopefully elect. And this is the doctrine that's being taught on the four corners of the earth. There's that narrow passage. And Christianity is the gate for destruction. So I just thought I'd put something quick together, and the most I put on my spirit. But hopefully it edified a lost lamb. Hopefully. Like I said, it was something that the more I put on my spirit to put together real quick, something quick and fast. And, so I just had to bring it out. But I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rekakwadash, and give double honors to the apostles and elders, Great Millstone, and all the other brothers that's teaching the same truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. To you one-third, hopefully elect. Till next time, to Shalom.